Sniper Elite V2 Remastered once again puts players in the boots of Lieutenant Carl Fairburn, a skilled sniper thrown into Berlin in 1945 with an important mission. This mission references Operation Paperclip, which was basically a plan by the US to recruit Nazi scientists. Carl needs to take out those scientists who defect to Mother Russia, and it all revolves around the V2 rocket program and the scientists that are familiar with this said program. Rebellion first rebooted the original Sniper Elite with Sniper Elite V2 back in 2012, so the Sniper Elite V2 Remastered is basically the original V2 with upgraded graphics. The story therefore has been out there for a very long time, and by today's standards is still pretty good, especially if you're a World War II history buff. You move to various locations to complete a bunch of objectives, but mostly it all revolves around making it to a specific point, sneaking past enemies or taking them on in an open firefight, then completing an objective such as blowing up a bridge and either defending your position or getting out of dodge. Graphically, the game has been improved greatly, from HDR support to options that favor either resolution or frame rates. Explosions and lighting look so much better, and it just adds another layer of atmosphere as you move through the maps. Gameplay remains the same as the 2012 Sniper Elite V2, and it can still deliver some stellar moments. You can place traps, for example trip mines, to secure your position. Stealth however suffers a bit because at times enemies just see you for no apparent reason. At other times the game's biggest issue that we experience breaks the immersion. The AI in Sniper Elite V2 Remastered hasn't been improved at all, and it could arguably be worse than the 2012 version. Enemies are just plain stupid. One enemy was shooting at us, so there was clearly something going on, but another was just standing there in his relaxed position as if nothing was even happening. Throughout each map of the story this continued, with enemy AI simply not being good enough for any type of real immersion to sink in. Especially in narrower maps, things break away from the stealth gameplay and the game turns into a pop-up and shoot affair. In a way, it is nice that it isn't an instant fail stealth game, but these sections where you just move out of cover, shoot one enemy in the head over and over again does get boring. The game suffers from the same issues as the 2012 Sniper Elite V2 did, and with the inconsistent pacing in missions and in-level design, it is hard to justify with today's gaming standards. What isn't boring, however, is the awesome X-ray kill shot. This is without a doubt the game's best feature, and it shines through with the remastered graphics. There's even a menu option that you can enable that increases the frequency of these X-ray kill shots occurring, and it's simply so satisfying to watch that we could do it for hours and hours on end. The X-ray kill shots which you see happening right now shows the bullet travel in slow motion, puncturing an enemy's body and hitting a vital organ. The further you are away from your target, the more devastating the shot, the more points you can get to climb up those leaderboards. This feature is more brutal than ever thanks to the remastered graphics, and we would probably enjoy a game that you could just sit there and hit X-ray kill shots over and over again. If you're playing a Sniper Elite game for the first time, then Sniper Elite V2 Remastered could be a great starting point. As a remaster, Rebellion has done enough in terms of graphical upgrades, but there definitely are some issues. The AI is still extremely dumb, movement while running feels stiff, and the game at its core feels like it's still having an identity crisis as level and mission pacing is inconsistent. At one point you're sneaking around, and the next it feels like you're in a pop-up and shoot third-person action game like Gears of War. However, the X-ray kills are still grizzly and an absolute joy to pull off. The bullet ballistics really shine through, and when everything clicks the game just feels great to play. In Sniper Elite V2 Remastered, all those DLCs, including the one where you get to hunt down Hitler, extend the 8-hour campaign experience as well. Unfortunately, we could not find a server to test the multiplayer, but everything from the 2012 Sniper Elite V2 is apparently included. This game is a robust package, but we can't help but feel as if some of the gameplay issues such as poor AI and pacing could have been and should have been greatly improved. For all this, we give Sniper Elite V2 Remastered a 7.1 out of 10. But that's our thoughts on Sniper Elite. Are you a fan of the series and planning to pick this one up? Let us know down below. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, farewell.